Good evening, good evening, good evening. My brothers and sisters, come on to the dinner table. Your brother Tony has got some soul food for the soul. So come on in, come on in. You know I got it cooking and you know it's going to be very nutritional for you. My brothers and sisters, keep in mind we may have some guests that smell some of this good soul food. They may want to come down and have a seat, so if you don't mind, scoot over so they could come and sit down. My brothers and sisters, go ahead and invite some more extended, well, not extended, but extended family members and friends to the dinner table. If this is your first time at the dinner table, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tony M. Toomer, and I talk about relationships. I talk about relationships basically from a biblical point of view. And when I say a biblical point of view, my position on relationship, if you go back to the book of Genesis, this is my position on a relationship. God had a unique relationship with the man Adam. Secondly, he had a unique relationship with the woman Eve. He represented the woman Eve to the man. In the presence of Adam said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. I should call a woman because she came from man. That's the position that I come from as far as relationship, biblical. Now, if you have another way of expressing a relationship, you have what is called a free will. So if you sit at the dinner table, I'm just giving you my position, but I encourage you to sit at the dinner table so you can get some good food for the soul. Also, my brothers and sisters, I'm on two different platforms. I'm on the book YouTube and I'm on Facebook. Those of you that are on Facebook, I may make some comments to those on YouTube, and you may not see their comments or their name, but I will call out their name and some of their comments. Okay. And those are you on YouTube. I may reference some brothers and sisters on Facebook. You might not see their comments, but I will call out their name and some of the comments that they say because we are all family here at the dinner table. And those of you that can read the comments of people coming in, if you choose to, my brother and sister, you can have conversation with them, but try to keep your conversation relevant to what's on the menu for tonight. Now, what is on the menu for tonight? On the menu, my brother, on the menu, my sisters, when you look at the top of the menu, the topic that we're going to discuss tonight is how to know that he or she is trying to manipulate and control you. Again, when you look at the menu for tonight, at the very top of the menu, it is how to know that he or she is trying to manipulate and control you. Now, my brother and sister, in relationships, you may run into a man or a woman that at the beginning or the onset of the relationship, it may seem like they too good to be true. And a lot of times, things and people, sometimes it is too good to be true. But a man or a woman that is a manipulator and like to control you, he or she is definitely going to sell. That good salesman when it comes to relationship. They're good salesmen and saleswomen. Now, my question to you, my brother, and my question to you, my sister, have you ever been, or maybe you're currently in a relationship with a narcissist, and the person is arrogant, this person is cunning, and this person is full of deceit? This man or this woman gets a thrill, and they get a very, very big thrill of trying to break your spirit without caring for your thoughts and your feelings. And at the dinner table, this is what we're discussing: how to know that he or she is manipulating and trying to control you. But before we get into the content of what we are discussing at the dinner table, let's go to the appetizer. And when we go to the appetizer, we're going to God's word first. As it is written in Matthew 11:29 through 10. Again, that's Matthew chapter 11:29 through 10. Matthew 11:29 and 10. And Jesus is doing the talking. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your soul. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So if a man or a woman have the characteristics of the Lord, my brothers and sisters, that man or woman is going to have a gentle and humble heart. They're gonna you're gonna experience a lot of peace in a relationship with a man or woman like this. And their burden is going to be light because they're not bringing liabilities into the relationship. They're bringing assets. So let's go over 4 words to describe the type of person that we're talking about, that they try to manipulate and control you. Okay, the first is, we're going to identify this person. And when we identify this person, how you doing, Sister Pamela from Dallas, Texas? How you doing, sister? How you doing, mother? Welcome to the dinner table. This person is a narcissist, okay? A narcissist, my brother and sister, is defined as a self-centered personality style characterized as having an excessive interest in one's physical appearance and an excessive preoccupation on one's own need, often at the expense of others. So a narcissist, my brother and sister, is a man or a woman that he or she think that they're the sun and you are one of the planets that go, rotate around them. This person is the center of attention, his or her own attention, and that man or woman want all your focus on him or her. They want you to build them up like they're a god or something like that. And while you trying to build them up and compromise and lose yourself, because most of the time these narcissist type of individual, they going to criticize you and try to change who you are. They're going to always point out your flaws. They're going to tell you what you need to do, what you don't do, and why they're telling you what you need to do and don't do, why they're trying to deflate you. These type of people want you to build them up because he or she think they gods. And these type of people want you to put them on a pedestal, the narcissist. And the characteristic of a narcissist, I'm going to give you 3 key characteristics of a narcissist. These type of men and women, they are arrogant. And when we go to the dictionary, the word arrogant is defined as making claims or pretenses to superior importance of rights. Cunning. They are very cunning. It is defined as having or showing skill in achieving one's end by deceit or evasion. And deceit. These are the type of people the narcissists are. And deceit is defined as action or practice of deceiving someone or concealing or misrepresenting the truth. So my brother and my sister, these type of individuals that like to manipulate you and control you in that man and woman heart, they are arrogant, they are cunning, and they are very deceitful. But they'll come out like wolves in sheep clothing. Some of you brothers and some of you sisters have been in a relationship with these type of individuals. Some of you brothers, some of you sisters are currently in a relationship with this type of person. Now, there are 7 points that I'm going to make, my brother and sister, about how these type of men and women, they try to manipulate and control you. Listen very carefully, because you're going to need it, especially, my brother and sister, if you're in a situation with a man or woman and you're not even married to them. I hope that by the time I finish talking, you could save yourself from getting hurt from these type of individuals. Those of you have that got really bamboozling and tricking you married, you got a problem. You got a major problem. Now, number 1, these type of men and women that try to manipulate and control you, they want you to prove your love to them. This man, sister, wants you to prove your love to him, and vice versa. Brother, this woman wants you to prove your love to her. You will hear them say stuff like, prove your love to me. They never say nothing about they giving you love. They want you to prove your loyalty. These type of people, they want you to, whenever they ask you to do something, they want you to do it just like that. They want you to meet the immediate needs and wants just like that. When you need these type of individual, they're never around, or they always coming up excuses why they can't help you. They don't care nothing about your thoughts. They don't care nothing about your feelings. But it's like they send in a empty auditorium and they're on the front seat. They got you on stage performing. Or it's like they're in a circus and you are the main attraction and they want you to amuse and entertain them. These are the type of people that I'm talking about. They want you to prove something. They want you to jump through hoops and all that. They want you to run after them. They want you to pursue them. Not only do women like for men to pursue them, ungodly women that is, but there are a lot of ungodly men that like women to run after them, because these women think they God gifts to men, and these men think that they are God's men to women. And they always going to say again, prove your love to me. Number two, they would say stuff like, you could put all your trust in me. Be very careful, my brother and sister, when a man or woman say, you could put all your trust in me. My brother and sister, let me educate you. Brothers, never put all your trust, 100% trust in a woman. Sister, never put 100% trust in a man. Why am I saying this? Because a man or a woman is not perfect. That man or woman will possibly disappoint you. That man or woman possibly will hurt you. As well as, my brother and sister, you shouldn't even tell them, sister, you shouldn't even tell a man to trust you 100%. Brother, you shouldn't even tell a woman to trust you 100%. Because guess what? My brother and sister, in your lifetime, you have said something to somebody or within yourself, something that you wouldn't do, but you end up doing it. And the same thing, my brother and sister, the person that would tell you that, he or she have fell on his or her face in the past. So even the Bible say in Jeremiah, it say, the heart is deceivable above all things. Who can know it? The only person that you put your 100% trust in, my brother and sister, is Lord Jesus himself. If you put 100% trust in Lord Jesus yourself, Jesus will never leave you. Jesus will never disappoint you. Jesus is the only one that could tell you, brother, you sister, I will never leave you or forsake you. Jesus is the only one. A mere man or a mere woman can say that, but don't take it to heart. Now, if you get in a serious, committed, and covenant relationship with a man or a woman, you can have a high level of trust in that man or woman, but not 100% trust in them, because he or she may hurt you, he or she may disappoint you. If you don't have 100% trust in a man or woman, if he or she fall in their faith, that will help you in forgiving that man or woman. But if you mess around and put a man or woman on a pedestal and he or she disappoint you, which he or she will, because if a man or woman put you on a pedestal, you would disappoint them or hurt them. Never put a man, never put a woman on a pedestal, and never put 100% trust in a man or a woman. You can have a high level of trust, but not 100% trust. Okay? Know the difference. 100% trust and a high level of trust. Only the Lord you can trust 100%. He's the only one. But your mate, the man or woman that you are committed to, serious with, committed to, and get in a covenant relationship with, you can have a high level of trust, not 100% trust. Because if you put 100% trust in that man or woman, when he or she fall, which he or she will, you're going to want to get a divorce or something. It'll be more easier for you to forgive if you don't put that man or woman pedestal. How you doing, Sister Flora Martin? Welcome to the dinner table. Another thing that a man or a woman would do to try to manipulate and control you is number 3. I'm going to tell you what a lot of women do. I'm going to tell you what men normally do first to manipulate and control a woman. Men are good at holding back resources from women. That's why a lot of men want women to solely depend on them. You know why a lot of men want a woman to solely depend on them? Because, and they don't say depend on the Lord and the Lord will work through me to take care of you. They won't say that. They'll say, quit your job, stop everything, and I'll take care of you. And you see, when a person having you in that position, that most of a man, when you don't do something what he wants you to do, he will hold back on resources. Like if he giving you money to do stuff, or just, he will hold it back, because that's how he will control you with his money. That's how a lot of men do you, sisters. They will control you with money. And let me tell you, on the flip side, let's talk about a woman. How a woman manipulate a lot of men. A lot of women can produce tears like that. They can produce tears like that. Because a lot of women know, if I could shed a tear, if he got some compassion on the inside of him, I can like persuade him to do this or that. So some women, they will use tears to manipulate a man. Classic point. That's what Delilah did to Samson. She asked Samson for his strength. She asked him on several occasions, and Samson did not give her a direct answer. But when Delilah started shedding tears, that got to Samson. She started shedding crocodile tears, but they were not sincere tears. I don't know how some women can produce tears like that, but some women, they could produce, even if they was in a movie before the director said action, some women could produce tears just like that. I don't know how some of them could do it, but they could do it. So men would try to control you by holding back resources, and some women would manipulate you by using tears. Number 4, how a man or a woman would try to manipulate and control you. If you are in a serious, committed, and possibly covenant relationship, that man or woman will stop talking to you. They would just stop talking to you. You could be in the same house together. How you doing, Sister Cindy Paul, working to the dental? You could be in the same house together, and it could be summertime. It could be 100 degrees outdoors. You could have the air conditioner on in your house, but this person will walk right by you, won't say nothing. And it feel like wintertime in the middle of summertime. You and that person could be outside together in 100-degree weather, but he or she will not talk to you, and it's wintertime at that time too. So that's how a lot of men and a lot of women, they manipulate each other. They go to the point of don't talk. They don't want to talk. If they talk only when necessary or when they want something. And that's how the narcissist type of individual do you. Like I have told you, brother and sister, those of you that coming in, a narcissist type of person, they have these characteristics. They arrogant, they cunning, and they deceitful. And a little small recap, they like for you to prove your love to them. They like for you to put your trust in them, 100% trust. They want to use tears and hold back resources, and now they talk or they shut down. And they will stretch this out for a long period of time until they want to see you actually on your knees begging him or her to talk to you. And that's a form of manipulation and control. And if he or she is successful, they're going to always go to that to try to control you. And you don't supposed to know what's going on. But that's how they do. They manipulate and they're controlling you. Number 5, and this is a key thing, my brother, sister. Number 5, he or she will threaten to expose your secret to others. when you were first together, my brother and sister, you were trying to be transparent with this narcissist, right? He or she, you thought that you could really trust him or her, right? So they got you on proving your love for them. They got you because you started really trusting them 100% when you only supposed to trust Jesus 100%. They got you with tears or holding back resources. They got you by stop talking to you until you start talking to them and you begging them to talk to you. Now, they got another tactic they're going to use on you. They will threaten to expose your secrets to other people. They will. When you start getting comfortable with this person, my brother and sister, you got to the point where you want to be open with this man or woman, and you probably told him or her something that you did in the past, and you did it in confidence, and it's something that you did a long time ago, and he or she will hold it over your head and use it against you to take an advantage. Anything they could use, and you did not tell no one, but you felt like you could open up to that person and express how you were a weak man or a weak woman, and he or she act like they understood you. They understood something because they would get information and use it on you. And that's what a lot of men and women do when they get married. When it comes to a divorce, a lot of time, if you, brother, told this woman a certain thing what you did a long time ago. Let's say, for example, this is just an example. This is a wild example. Let's say when you was a teenager and now you're 45 years old and you hit an ATM machine. She gonna remember that and use it against you when it comes to divorce time. Sister, you remember when you was cutting corners and you was stealing stuff too. In the grocery store, you had that big pocketbook and you was stealing stuff, right? You even got some of the merchandise right now. He will remember that when it comes to divorce, he'll bring it up against you because they never caught the person. So that's how some men and women would do. They would expose your secret from a long time ago to control you. Number 6, they will love bomb you. That's what a lot of these manipulators will try to do. They will love bomb you. They will manipulate and control. This is what they would do to love bomb you. They would shower you with a lot of compliments. My brother and sister, it's nice for people to compliment you. But when a man or woman, listen to me carefully, when a man and a woman give you excessive compliments, you better worry about it. I can see a compliment every now and then, but it comes to a point when they excessively do it. And normally they give you a lot of excessive compliments when you first meet them. That you, brother, you will continue to hear the lady say more than any woman in your life, you handsome, you this, you that. She building you up. She building you up. Brother, I mean, sister, you may hear the man say, "Oh, you so gorgeous, you beautiful." You will keep hearing that over and over again. It's nothing wrong with compliment, but when it get to excessive compliment, that's a problem. It's called love bombing. What is love bombing, my brother and sister? Love bombing is defined as the action or practice of lavishing someone with attention and affection, especially in order to influence or manipulate. And they will give you a lot of attention too. A lot of men know that women want attention. There's a lot of men that want attention too, but it's excessive attention. They would tell you stuff like, "I never met nobody like you before. You are wonderful. I got to be with you 24/7, 7 days a week." So they showing you attention and affection. And all they doing is setting you up, brothers. all they doing, sister, is setting you up to influence and manipulate you down the road, because you'll get to the point where you start believing that stuff, what he or she's saying. And because no man or no woman was that excessive on compliments with you. And so they make you feel like you're real special. And that's how they get you. They'll set you up on what appears to be a pedestal, and you take the bait. So they've been fishing for a person a long time. And let me tell you this: a lot of times these type of people, they go on a mission looking for these type of people because they have had success doing this. These are wolves in sheep clothing. So they'll do this. Number 7, these type of individual, they will manipulate and control you by gaslighting you. What is gaslighting? Gaslighting, my brother and sister, is defined as a psychological manipulation of a person, usually over an extended period of time, that causes the victim to question the validity of their own thoughts, perception, or reality, or memory, and typically lead to confusion, loss of confidence and self-esteem, uncertain of one's emotional mental stability, and a dependence on the perpetrator. So in all of that, it's going to get to gaslighting. You, brother, or you, sister, you're going to get to the point where you're going to seem like you can't go nowhere else. You would rather for them to talk nasty to you, disrespect you, do all kinds of ungodly things to you. And in your mind, they have broken you down. They have broken your spirit down so much that you actually think you love him or her. Why him or her, they hurting you. They keep hurting you, hurting you, hurting you. And you think one day he or she will change. And it doesn't get no better. And when they show you a little glimpse of what could be, and you get hope. Every time they show you a little glimpse of something that's possible to end up the way you want it, they change. That's how they get you. They playing you, my brother and sister, like you a yo-yo. They throw you out and pull you back in. They walk the dog with you. Those dunking yo-yo, you all remember those yo-yos. That's what they do. They throw you out, pull you back in. And sometimes they be so good, they throw you out, and while you spinning at the end, then they pull you in. They manipulate and they control you. That's what it's about, my brother and sister. So let me tell you this, my brother and sister. When it comes to a relationship, this is what you, brother and sister, must realize when it comes to a relationship. Never, brother, put a woman before the Lord. Sister, never put a man before the Lord. That's where a lot of men and women get messed up, when a man put a woman on a pedestal, or a woman put a man on a pedestal. That's how it goes wrong, my brother and sister. You got to understand, never put a member of the opposite sex on a pedestal. The only person that's on a pedestal in your life, my brother and sister, is Jesus. If you don't put Jesus want to be number 1, he's not going to be number 2. Jesus does not accept the position of number 2 or number 3 or nothing. Jesus accepts number 1. If you can't have him at number 1, he don't want no part of it. But these men that manipulate and try to control you, sister, brother, these women that try to manipulate and control you, they want you to put them on the pedestal of your heart. They want to be the king and queen in your heart. They don't want Jesus there. They want you there. So the folks say, sister, never put a man before God. Amen. That's what they want, my brother. So you got to understand these things. If you don't understand these things, these narcissist type of people, and a lot of you brothers and a lot of you sisters, like I said earlier, some of you have been down this road before. Some of you brothers and sisters, you are in this type of relationship with this arrogant, this cunning, this deceitful person, and they get thrills. Listen to me, my brother and sister, they get thrills out of trying to break your spirit, your self-esteem, They don't care nothing about your thoughts or their feelings. Long as you feeding them, long as you feeding them, like these men, God gives to women, these women are God gives to men. Long as you feeding their ego, they'll keep you around. These type of people, they are predators. Brother and sister, you were not the first one that these type of people have manipulated. Brother, if you mess with a manipulative woman, you were not the first one. But you became one, or you currently on one. Sister, if a man is manipulating and control you, you're not the first one, and you won't be the last one. And let me tell you, a lot of time, my brother, sisters, how these manipulators come in. When you first meet these manipulators, when you ask them about a relationship, listen to these type of conversation. Listen very carefully. This man, this woman, they're gonna always make it seem like the men and women that they were with in the past, they always did them wrong. Listen for that. A woman could be involved with 10 men in her past, but every man was no good. They always did it wrong. They did it dirty. A man could be with 10 women in his past. They always used him and abused him. They always did him wrong. But you see, what's the common denominator in these people, my brother and sister, that try to sell that stuff to you? They are the common denominator. If a woman say 10 men in her past, all of them were no good, she's the common denominator. But if you notice, they all did her wrong. And if a man said that 10 women in his past, all of them did his wrong, what is the common denominator? He's the common denominator. I can guarantee you, my brother and sister, the 10 men that that woman was involved with, she had a lot to do with the relationship going left. And vice versa. Sister, if you listen to a man and he giving you that sad story that all the women took advantage of him, he's the common denominator. And I bet you anything, he had a lot to do with those women that left. Because you see, a narcissistic man or woman, this is what's going to happen. Men and women that they was with in the past, they got tired of them, and they either came to their senses and left, or that narcissist moved on to another man or woman and left them. Most of the time, a narcissist will lead a relationship before you, brother or sister. So I'm telling you, do not get involved with a man, or do not get involved with a woman that is all about me, myself, and I. That's the classic sign of a narcissist. I have told you, brother, and I have told you, sister, that before. That's the classic sign of a narcissist. Me, myself, and I. But a man or woman that is serious about a relationship, I always told you this, you're going to hear the Lord language, we, us, and our. So you have to be listen. You got to be vigilant, because the devil, as a roaring lion, or move about seeking whom he can devour. And these narcissist men and the narcissist women, they are offsprings of Satan himself. It's a spiritual thing, my brothers. It's a spirit thing, my sister. So when you run into the dark forces of evil, that's right, these narcissist men, they have an evil spirit or spirits in them. The narcissist women, they have an evil spirit or spirits in them, and they are under the control of Satan himself. You can't see spirit, but you can see the effect of these spirits. They are in these people, and they got a whole bunch of success records of messing up people's lives. And you see, my brother and sister, when you get involved with these type of manipulators and control freaks, you may get to the point, sister, where you said no men's are no good. And then, brother, you'll be saying the same thing. There are no women no good. And then you'll end up doing some off the wall stuff when it comes to a relationship. If you don't stay to yourself, you may go another route, and not the route as in Genesis, when God created the man and woman to be one with him. So I hope you, brother, and I hope you, sister, got something out of this tonight. Do not let a man or do not let a woman manipulate and control you. I gave you some points. If a man and woman, this is a brief overview again. If a man and woman try to get you to prove your love to them, if a man and woman said, trust me, you can put all your heart in me and trust me. If a man and woman use tears or hold back resources, if a man and woman stop talking to you to control you and you have to go begging them to communicate with you, if a man or woman threaten to expose your secrets to his or her advantage, if a man and woman love bomb you with a lot of compliments, if a man and a woman gaslight you, that is the type of individual that you don't want to listen to. I have just given you the fruits, my brother. I have just given you the fruits of this particular type of tree. It's a narcissistic person that's rooted in manipulation and control. If you have any comments or if you have any questions about what we just talked about, the dinner table, my brother and sister, you could put weight down at the bottom and I'll wait for you to formulate your question or comment. Or if you don't have anything to say, I encourage you, my brother and sister, to take some of this good food for the soul and share it with other brothers and sisters because they need to hear this. Don't be manipulating. Don't be controlled by a narcissist, my brother and sister. I love you, brother. I love you, sister. And I hope that you have a good night. Peace. I love you. I love you. I love you. Out.